欢迎收看神秘文怪事，大家好，我是团长。没有订阅的朋友，请按下订阅按钮，谢谢大家。加入我们优秀神秘文怪事团，拜托大家用力按下订阅，拜托大家。大家可留言告诉我。各位优秀神秘文怪事团团员，大家好。今天故事开始前，先提醒大家，影片最下方神秘文怪事订阅键定下去，用力按下去，拜托大家订阅。拜托帮忙一下，我上一集影片讲到，探究宇宙之声，揭开外星访客之谜。前一段时间在美国某地区现身外星人和人类交战，我把上一集影片放在说明栏。我们回到今天主题故事，外星人到底存不存在？一直以来都是人们讨论的话题，而且永远讲的，最近又开始在讲，外星人是不是来到地球了呢？因为在不久之前，美国犹他州的山谷地带突然出现了一个神秘的金属柱状体，但没有人知道它究竟是从哪里来的，又是怎么运过来的，所以就开始传，这该不会是外星人的杰作吧？而最新的消息是，这根突然冒出来的柱状体，在前几天又莫名消失了，这下子事情又变得更加扑朔迷离。另外，其实在全世界各地都有目击或是拍下 UFO 的案例，不过您相信吗？竟然有人有着跟外星人近距离接触的经验。在英国有个外星人绑架协会，里头的成员都宣称自己有被外星人绑架过的经验，听起来有些荒谬，该不会是骗人的吧？所以后来就有专业人员拿着仪器来测量他们的身体，没想到却得出了出乎意料的结果，仿佛是科幻电影般的情节，在现实当中盛宴到底是真的，亲身体验还是一场骗局呢？这是1968年上映的电影《2001太空漫游》，被星星们围绕的是外星人所打造出来的石柱。现在我们把镜头带到2020年的美国犹他州，
They've cut it in?
闪耀着金属色泽高约3公尺的柱状体突然出现在犹他州的山谷之间，这是什么？从哪里来的？当地民众也一样好奇。
Whoa, 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 turn around. And I was like, what? And he's like, there's this thing back there. We got to go look at it. I would say it's probably between 10 and 12 feet high.
这根柱状体那几个礼拜之前，由哈州野生动物署的工作人员发现，不过这附近的地形崎岖，不用说搬运东西，就连要进来都很困难。那么这柱状体又是怎么一回事呢？
Who does this kind of stuff?
不少人怀疑这正是外星人的杰作。都还没有定论，神秘的柱状体突然在27号消失，留下了一堆谜团没有被解开。正当所有人都在议论纷纷，他又回来了，神秘的金属柱再次现身。不过这次并非在美国的犹他州，而是在欧洲的罗马尼亚。是犹他州那一根瞬间移动过来了吗？似乎不是如此，罗马尼亚的柱状体比之前在犹他州发现的整整高出了1公尺，而且上面还布满了圆圈的图案。正当专家想展开进一步调查的时候，就在12月1号，罗马尼亚金属杯也忽然消失，让外星人之说。
Two fighter jets have apparently been filmed chasing a UFO along the M5 in the West Midlands. The video was captured by an unknown cameraman at a service station car park near Birmingham, and it's created a sizable truth or hoax controversy on the web.
早从1950年代开始，全世界各地就陆续出现外星人相关的传闻，有的是看到神秘光点，甚至目击到UFO。不过更特别的是，有人说自己曾经跟外星人近距离接触。
10% of us believe we've seen a UFO, and a reported 1,000 Brits a year think they've been abducted by aliens.
被外星人给绑架，这是怎么一回事？
Flying saucers have invaded our planet. Washington, London, Moscow are key targets. The whole world is under attack.
听起来有点像是幻想出来的情节，但或许被外星人绑架并不是天方夜谭。
Maybe the most well-known alien conspiracy surrounds the infamous Roswell UFO incident. So, what really happened?
1947年的7月4号这天晚上，美国的罗斯威尔发生了一场罕见的大雷雨。一个农场主人待在家，却突然听到轰然巨响。怎么回事？他出门查看，看到的是让人不敢置信的一幕。
He came across clusters of wreckage and debris that looked like some kind of plane had come crashing down from the sky. The crash site was full of large hunks of metal, rubber strips, tinfoil, and all kinds of strange bits and bobs.
大量的金属碎片散布在农场周围。隔天，罗斯威尔的《每日纪事报》就在头条，刊载了军方发现不明飞行物体。难不成这就是传说中的 UFO？
And almost overnight, local newspapers and tabloids were writing stories about the unidentified crash. More stories ran about the witnesses seeing strange, charred creatures inside the airfield. And before long, the well-known UFO conspiracy theory was born.
从那时起，外星人就成了热门的讨论话题。但大多人可能只听过没看过。真的有人接触过外星人吗？时间来到了1961年的9月，一对夫妇准备开车从加拿大返回，美国突然间天空出现不明光点。
They began to see lights approach them from the sky, which seemed to grow larger and larger. According to reports, Betty looked out of the passenger window and realized the bright light was following them. They claimed to have seen a spacecraft land in a field. What they saw next truly terrified them. The couple claims that they saw bipedal humanoid creatures in the spacecraft. They raced back to their car and tried to pull back onto the highway. But before they could, they began hearing a series of loud beeps and felt an odd tingling drowsiness come over them.
既然是飞碟，他们当然吓坏了，马上掉头。事情还没结束，但他们回过神后发现，自己竟然已经开了将近50公里，中间却完全没有记忆。更诡异的是，到家之后就开始那噩梦不断。
In the years following, both Barney and Betty experienced difficulty shaking the feeling that something bad had happened to them. Betty started having nightmares. The couple continued to struggle with this to little avail until they underwent hypnosis therapy with a Boston psychiatrist, Dr. Benjamin Simon, to help them recall what had happened in those missing 2 hours.
拜访医生，希望能找出原因。没想到接受催眠治疗之后不得了，夫妇俩语出惊天，说自己被外星人绑架了。
But you will remember everything, and you will tell me everything. I think I will stop. I will stop. Have not stopped. And Betty said, "Look, there's a star moving."
其中，太太贝蒂在接受催眠的时候，画下了一张神秘的地图。当时并没有被重视，但在7年后，一位天文学家发现距离地球39光年的王古座，和贝蒂画的星图几乎一模一样，有着被外星人绑架经验的。还不止这对夫妇，英国的这名男子西蒙也说自己有着相同经历，而且还更骇人。
I have seen them appear in my room, and then you were just taken. This is the alien being that I call Mum. It's adopted me, basically. It's crazy, isn't it? But there you go.
被外星母亲豢养，甚至飞上天。听到这里，可能会想，这个叫西蒙的是不是疯了？又或者这全是他幻想出来的？不过接下来他更语出惊人。
That is the being that I claim to have sexual relations with. So I don't have a name. All I refer to her as is the Cat Queen.
So you have sex with her?
Yes.
How often?
I don't remember all of it. Probably 4 times a year, something like that.
和外星人产生一段跨种族的情感，还诞下了爱的结晶。
Simon's encounters with his alien lover have caused problems with his Earth wife, who has asked not to be filmed.
My wife, found out about it and was very unhappy. Clearly, that caused a few problems.
Well, was she jealous?
Yes. But it's not on a human level, so I don't see it as wrong.
他说的到底是真是假，没人知道。不过在英国，有超过100人都宣称自己曾经被外星人绑架，还被植入了晶片，方便追踪。
This ship came over from behind. Normally I see things like that, like I'm on the 4th floor, so I've got a good view. And it came out to about here, so I could see it, looked up, and it was a huge triangular craft.
他是玛丽之前被外星人绑架100多次，而且最早从他3岁就开始了。
I remember this big, huge ball just came in, and it floated down to probably about here. And I just saw the 3 faces in this ball.
不止如此，玛丽还秀出自己被外星人绑架过的证据。
Well, I've got the one on my arm. I mean, it's not attached to anything. It's not sore.
For a long time, someone's been implanting things into your body for years.
Yeah.
I mean, there's something there.
Yeah.
You could have neurofibromatosis, of course.
不过经过专业的医师诊断后，认为玛丽身上的可能只是一般的神经纤维瘤。那么她是在说谎吗？也不尽然。因为有另外一位幽浮专家在玛丽身上 发现了一些不寻常的地方。无线电装置靠近就发出声响。接下来，有福专家把玛丽带进暗房，使用独特的紫外线探照灯，看看会发生什么事。
If you've had contact with other beings, they leave a residue in your body, and it glows in various colors. We're seeing a slight glow there.
同时，玛丽也怀疑自己在被外星人绑架的时候，基因也一定会被篡改。
Okay, so we have your DNA profile here, and it shows exactly what we would expect, that you have 2 allele sizes per locus, one inherited from your mother and one from your biological father.
检查结果又并无异常，让人搞不清楚这一切究竟是捏造，又或是真有其事。
I feel like I'm getting close. Yeah, I feel like I'm getting really close. I can feel it.
几乎所有声称自己遭到外星人绑架者的共同点就是会先看到一阵炫目的强光，再来就失去意识，不记得中间发生过的事情。虽然目前科学依旧无法证明外星人到底是不是真的存在，不过在这些人的心中确实造成了不小的阴影。他们也深信不疑自己真的看过外星人，许多人还是选择宁可信其有，请大家自行判断。希望您会喜欢今天主题，也欢迎在下方留言分享你对这些的看法。大家帮我按赞、订阅、开小铃铛，谢谢。感谢收看，下次再见。